How's it going, everybody? This is Jeff Michael. I'm one of the expo clinicians at the Horse World Expo. And one of the things I'm doing is I'm going to interview all the participants of the Rescued To Stardom challenge, which is a 90-day challenge where you take a horse from a rescue horse to showing in front of thousands of people. This is a very tough challenge. I've actually done it twice. I'm lucky enough to win twice. And I'm going to be joined by another winner of the Rescue To Stardom who won it in 2020, Hanna, right?
Correct. Well, yeah, 2020. Yep.
All right. Yeah. So
we had a gap year for a second.
yeah.
Thank you, COVID.
Hey, why don't you guys introduce yourselves real quick? Tell me about your rescue. And I want to ask you some questions about your process this year.
Awesome. I'm Hanna G.Blain. I'm the trainer for Begin Again Horse Rescue. This is Holy Smoke, the star of the show.
And I'm Jennifer Lilly, and I'm the CEO and supervisor and one of the founding members of Begin Again Horse Rescue.
Awesome. Well, I mean, Hanna, tell us about Holy Smoke. I mean, what kind of horse is he? How old is he? How tall is he?
All right. Holy Smoke is a little bit of a mutt between quarter horse, Appaloosa, and paint. We knew his breeding, but he was unfortunately not registered. He is 12 years old. He's about 15'2", 15'3" hands. And he really has a very willing disposition. He's always tries to please. He's a really fun horse to work with.
Cool. You know, where did he come from? Like, where did you guys find Holy Smoke?
So Holy Smoke's previous owner reached out to us. His owner was an elderly man who was losing his farm, and he took pride in his horses, but Smoke was a horse that was born on his property. He had dreams for him. He used to be in the big rodeo scene, not Smoke, but his previous owner. But he had physical limitations, and he knew that Smoke deserved a purpose and a job, and he reached out to us because he appreciated our mission statement and our contract and policy that we do not relinquish ownership of our horses. We keep them forever, and it's not a first come, first served basis, and we really look for the best possible forever home situation. So he really wanted the best for Smokey, so we took him in.
That's
He had
great.
no prior training or anything like that beforehand. He was loved, but he had no training. He
Right.
was just kind of out in the pasture. He was alone for a very long time, but
Cool.
he's been
Cool.
an absolute gem.
Jen, do you see that a lot of people with horses in the wrong situation that you know you can help because you know they got involved in a horse that maybe is over their head or you know they physical change, stuff like that in the owner?
Yeah, most of our horses that we get at the rescue are owner surrenders. And many times it is from elderly owners that they were horse people or they had these horses all their lives. In this case, you know, the man was an experienced horseman, but his age, you know, he had expectations that he couldn't do because of his age, and he broke a hip, and then Smoke just sat on the back burner, oh, when I get better, and then he never got better. And here all of a sudden the horse is 11 years old, and he was actually having trouble going out and actually taking care of him.
Yeah.
And he was afraid when winter came that he wouldn't be able to do that, and he loves the horse. So so that's when he asked for help, like many of them do.
Well, bless him for that, because you know having a horse in the right spot is so important, isn't it? You know, being used and being happy. You know, let's talk about your last horse, Willie Nelson. You know, how does this horse compare to that horse the last time you were Rescued To Stardom?
They're totally different. This horse, he's more emotional than Willie. Willie was a pleaser, but like he was. Holy Smoke is a lot more emotional than he is. Willie was just kind of like, all right, we're gonna do it. Whether with you or without you, I'm just gonna do it. Or this guy, he really digests the information, and he constantly needs reassurance and validation. And then once he learns it, he is amazing. they're totally different in the sense that both amazing horses, but they're just totally different. But this one is a little bit more athletic. He's a lot more soft and supple and everything like that. Don't know how he's going to handle the setting, because this is kind of crazy to put a horse in this kind of setting. But it's been night and day. I mean, Willie, he was very food driven, so it helped with trick training and stuff like that. This guy does not like treats. This guy barely even likes eating grain and stuff like that. So he is very emotional. He just wants like petting and just like slowing the energy down, and that's what he does best with. Where Willie's like, all right, we'll just keep going, just keep giving this information at me. But they're learning, like he's doing really well with his training. It's just a totally different speed.
Well, let's talk about your training. How long you been training? I mean, tell me just, a little bit about your style.
So I've been training for beginning and for about 4 or 5 years. I've been doing independently for about 6, 7. My training is very meshed. I played polo all over the country. I've done eventing, barrel racing, some sorting. I like to dip my hands in everything. Like I want to do some more driving. I really like to learn everything. So when it comes to a style, and it really helps me in the sense with training, is that like with the background, if I feel like a horse is going to thrive in that outlet, then I kind of steer them that way. So it's really helped evolve me as a rider and a trainer.
Do you have any major influences? Like, where does your style come from?
Not one person's my holy grail. I like picking pieces of each person's and techniques and whatnot. I always like to watch what people do. And sometimes it works for me, and sometimes it works for that horse, and then it changes for setting.
Everyone's different. Like every horse, every trainer.
But it's pretty meshed. I can't say there's one person, because I just like to nitpick and pick through what works for my technique.
Right. Well, you guys are way up north there. How's the weather affected you?
Oh my goodness, it has been pretty bitter. Right now, this is a heat wave. This is a heat wave right now, but we're about to get like a foot of snow tomorrow until this weekend. But it's definitely affected our training, because I don't train when it's in the single digits or below. So that's kind of affected things, but I think we're still on track.
Okay. What's the most important thing when you're training a rescue horse? What would be your advice there?
Calm and consistent and routine, especially when they're very insecure. If you keep a calm and consistent routine, that just kind of makes them feel more secure. So that really helps overall with their general, like just being more comfortable in the setting. And then we adapt and start incorporating new things in the setting. But
and this would be the same advice for somebody doing this at home. You would say,
absolutely. Do not throw so much information at them at first, because this horse is going to be so much different from this horse, such and such. So just take it slow, but do not, just because you think it's not working that second, give it a couple tries and then see how it goes, because they just need to see consistency. And I really think that makes a difference with a horse.
Great. I've been watching your videos. I see you using the ball a lot. He seems to really like that ball. How's that help you in the training?
So he really enjoys working with the ball, because it's almost kind of like a security blanket. If he's getting a little anxious or just needs to get redirected and goes back to something that's familiar, because this horse loves to climb things, as you've probably seen in the sawdust videos. And like he loves the pedestals. I've never had a horse that naturally just instantly wanted to go on a pedestal and a bridge. Like the first time he was ever even trailered here, that was the first time he's ever been trailered anywhere. He just went right in. We didn't.
No kid. Wow.
But that's just who he is. But he he likes to move things around. He's got a really kind of cowy, ranchy style. Like, I think
Okay.
that would be really good for him. So it really just helps him redirect his attention and go back to what he feels most comfortable with.
Well, if you haven't seen the video on him climbing the sawdust pile, people, you got to go to the video. It's really awesome. I mean, there's some confidence in that horse. You know, there is
Yes.
some confidence.
He needs to go to the mountains, I think.
Yeah.
He'd
Yeah,
be a good
yeah.
mountain climbing
We
horse.
wish it was summertime so we could do some trail riding to get him to do some stuff like that in hill work.
Right. Well, yeah. How about what's your favorite moment so far in the training process with him? You have one?
Today, actually,
Today.
I'm gonna kind of be hush hush about it, about
Okay.
what I found that I think he really enjoys doing, and it's more so career wise. It's not like a certain one thing. It's just like,
Okay.
I think we found what I would really love him to go towards with his adopter and what his career would be like. Today, I think we had like an epiphany moment.
Okay. Well, you know, and hopefully we see that at the expo in
Yeah,
Harrisburg.
you will.
Do you have a plan? Do you kind of know what your show's going to look like?
Yeah,
You don't have to
totally
tell us the
different.
secrets, but
It's gonna be secretive. It's different than how it was with Willie.
okay.
But it's different, and I'm excited to show it.
Worth coming to see, right?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, thumb over there. All right. Well, you know, let's I just want to talk about what kind of an adopter would be good for Holy Smoke.
Mhm.
You know, what is best quality for the adoption? Let's just tell me about that real quick.
So, in the perfect world, I would love for him to have a career. He is a really horse that aims to please and stuff like that. I mean, this setting's a lot to throw at any horse, and especially with a horse as emotional as him. So hopefully that portrays the competition and how well he does and everything. But I would really love him to do ranch style work or barrels or anything like
Okay.
that. I mean, he really would thrive with doing that. I think so. In the perfect situation, I would think that and at least an intermediate and up currently
Right.
would be
Okay.
him.
Understandable.
I could see him being a great 4-H style horse for somebody all
Right.
rounder, but obviously with further training, but he's got the future for it.
Okay. Well, you know, I mean, it says a lot just how he's standing there. You know, he's interested. You guys just have really done a great job. Watch your videos. I'm really, you know, interested in, you know, how you're working on the softness. You're getting him to come off his body, using your body. You've done a really great job. I've really enjoyed watching the videos. You know, Jen, I just want to ask real quick, you know, what's your primary goal for your rescue? And how can people get involved to help you out?
Okay, well, we are a small rescue, just very grassroots. We're 100% volunteer run. Hanna is one of our only paid employees, and it's just for the consistency of care. Then we just pay our trainer and our 2 caretakers part-time. And so our goal is to take horses that have no place to go and to give them whatever they need, whether it's rehabilitation or training, or just to point them in the right direction and match them up with a forever home. Our goal is to put them within forever home, somebody that will be dedicated to them in their retirement as well as their active years, if they have active years. Many of our horses are senior companion only horses as well. We only have a capacity of 14 to 15 horses at one time. Oh, excuse you. So that was nice. So, you know, we have limited, we don't have a huge choices of horses at all times, but every horse we feel has a place. So we don't discriminate. Oh, now he's yawning. We're boring him.
You're boring him.
Again, different kinds of horses or breeds of horses or ages or disabilities.
Okay. How can people help you out?
What's that? Oh,
How can people help you out?
Well, we are very locally based. We kind of focus on a 2-hour radius around ourselves. We're in Lima, which is New York, which is south of Rochester.
Okay.
And so we have a focus within 2 hours. Like I said, we are volunteer run and based, and we depend on our volunteers. So we need volunteers for helping with the horses. Hannah usually needs a volunteer assistance. We need people to take care of the horses along with our caretakers. We also have a very large tack shop, which is volunteer run, and we take donations of any horse supplies and we sell it to the general public at really
Okay.
reduced prices. And that's been a great thing to help us keep everything going and to achieve some of our advances in the farm, some of our capital improvements in the farm. So that's
Okay.
done really, really well for us. So, and donations are always welcome, of course, because they're few and far between. The money that we use to keep these things going is all from donations and fundraisers. So we
Okay.
get no other assistance besides that. So and
How
we
could-
people can, send us, if they go to our website, www.beginagainrescue.org, then there's directions there on where checks can be sent or how to donate online.
Okay, great. And for people for volunteer to contact you through the website be the best way?
Yep, well, there's actually a sign up form right on the website for our volunteer days on Saturdays. And if they want to come for other shifts during the week, then they can just contact us and we can set them up.
All right. Hey, I think that's great. This is a great rescue to get involved with, guys. I've met Hanna last time she was involved briefly. Jen, I don't know if we've met, but talking on the phone and everything, you really seem like you're doing a great job. Your heart's in the right place. You guys got a good horse. I mean, and we know Hanna can do it. We've seen that before. So, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in March at the Horse World Expo in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And, out there, remember, guys, this is not free. This is not cheap. These people put a lot of work into it. So anything we can do to help them out. You guys go out there and clean a stall. You've done a big favor to Jen and Hanna. And you're helping 14, 15 horses at that time, hundreds of horses down the line. Always remember, this is the best way we can give back to horses, guys. So come out to, make sure you contact Begin Again Rescue and do what you can there. Also come out to the Horse World Expo, March 3rd through the 7th. And, check us out. We're these guys are going to be showing. They're going to be in the arena. It's exciting. It's fun. And I know Hannah's going to bring it. So I'm very excited about it.
We're gonna try.
Well, I know you're not going to disappoint, I tell you. So, guys, thank you so much. I've really enjoyed the interview. I hope to see you soon.
We'll see you soon. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.